What up? What up, Black Suburban Dad here. And today I am in location or on location in Manila, Philippines, holding my mic up. Look at this. No mic stand, so I don't have any of my good equipment right now. But I have an email that oh yeah, this place is beautiful too. It's beautiful, it's hot, and it's humid. And I don't think I've ever been around such a wide group of people that are just so nice and generous. I mean, honestly, the only person that I've came across that had a scowl on their face and they looked mean was this black woman popping out the elevator. Looked like a black American woman popping out the elevator, coming out looking like this. I was like, Jesus Christ, get me away from her, bro. I'm out of here. So anyway, besides that, look, man, the Philippine people are beautiful. They are nice, they're generous, and I really like it over here so far. So first day being here, but I definitely got to get out and explore. I have an email that I want to pop up, and my sentences aren't going to be right, but I want to pop up this email talking about depression. Is depression placing a strain on marriage? And let me see if I can pop this up. It might look kind of weird. All right, there it is. Let me see. Is depression placing a strain on marriage? Okay, and it looks like it comes from, I'm going to go ahead and read it actually. It says, I, a 26-year-old female, and my husband, a 27-year-old male. Let me scoot this over some. And my husband, a 27-year-old male, got married last year, but have been together for a decade. Okay, good for you. Good for you, trying to bring back the olden days, things that aren't really about to start happening anymore. As far as marriage is that redheaded stepchild. Marriage is gone. You're beating it to death. It's not coming back. You're kicking it out the window. You're getting as far away from it as you can. Especially the guys. I know that they say that the women are definitely trying to stay away from marriage, but from what I see that it's guys that are staying away from marriage, because who's going to ask you to get married? It's not like the woman's going to go down on bended knee and say, hey, would you like to marry me? No, it's the guys thing. It's the guys. So guys see that the marriage laws are definitely not equal. It's pretty much going to cripple you. If you get in a marriage and get in a divorce, I know that they say that the divorce rate is below 50%. I personally believe that the divorce rate is above 68%. That's me personally, because if you look at what's going on out here, well, less people are getting divorced, but if you count divorce, you can't just count divorce that's going on paper. Yes, people go to the courthouse, go through their processes. The judge stamps the paper. Hey, you are now officially divorced now. But if you know anything about divorce, and I am a guy that's been through a divorce before, you're pretty much divorced a year before the divorce even happens. And I was only in a 2-year relationship, in a 2-year marriage. Now, just say if you're in a 10-year marriage, you're probably like divorced. Let me see, 3 years, put it like this. You're going to stay together for 5 years or 6 years in the marriage. After that, the last 3 years or the last 4 or 5 years, they're going to be you being divorced mentally, not on paper, but mentally. Both of you guys are pretty much mentally checked out. You're living as roommates, and if you pay attention, and if you are a divorced person and you think about how did this happen, think about all the steps that you went through, your wife is definitely going to check out before you. So when I say divorce, it's not just divorce on paper. Yes, that's the ultimate step. That's the final step. I'm talking about divorce mentally, where everybody's checked out. You're fighting. Things just aren't the way that it used to be. You're not having sex anymore. You're not touching. You're not even kissing. You can't even remember the last time you and your wife kissed. But anyway, let me finish getting into this email. And if you're married, then you probably know what I'm talking about. Okay, it says they've been together for a decade. It said, we moved in together a little before we got married. Ever since moving out, I've been having time periods of depression. Okay, so look. When I get these emails, I don't read them. I'm not reading these emails. I literally read the title and I said, okay, well, it's long enough. It looks like something I might want to read. But as I read these emails off, as I do this in the future, you'll come to see that what I'm saying is just true because I've lived through this experience. Like LOX, living off experience. So she's already going through periods of depression. Why? My husband is tired of me not cleaning up after myself. I'm so down that I barely have the energy to do my job. I make efforts, but he doesn't seem to see them. Now, that's just what she says. She wants words of affirmation after every little thing she does. Like, she gets the dust buster out. She's looking at you like, is he going to say something? He ain't saying nothing?
Nope.
Okay, all right. I'll spray this. I'll spray the stove. I'll clean it. I'll see if he'll say something. Does he notice me cleaning? Does he even see me cleaning?
Nope.
So she wants all the words of affirmation, and if you're not paying attention to her, yes, it's going to cause her to get depressed, but really it's just in her own mind. I guarantee you, I've been waiting for that message. I guarantee you that if she was not with him, just say if she had to move back in with her mom, yes, she's going to be depressed, but she won't actually show it as much, especially when she's around her mom. But I think it'll take a little bit of the pressure off, man. Why are they getting depressed? Hey, I don't know. I see a psychologist and am on depression meds, but I think I have breakthrough depression, which both my doctor and psychologist, which both my doctor and psychologist are trying to work with me on. I recently changed meds and feel like I've gotten worse because you've gotten worse because you don't need the meds. People are so quick to get on any kind of medication now. I remember I was dealing with this 23-year-old Mexican girl, right? And she said that she was on head meds. She said that she was smoking trees. She might have been sniffing lines. This girl, like, and she told me, she was like, man, sometimes I just be crying. I was like, how long you crying for? I'll be crying for like an hour. I was like, and I'm out of here. Like, what you crying for? And she was a little bit chubby, but you can see she had all kind of potential, man. But yeah, she was over here, man. She was all depressed, and it's like she liked it. Honestly, now that I think about it, I've dealt with a couple girls. I remember I went over to this girl's house, right? This girl, she actually really came up in life. When I started talking to her, she did have her own place. I give her that. But then as time went on, I was like, damn, you got your own car. You didn't even have a car. Now you're getting flat screen TVs all over the place. I'm like, damn, I'm going over there. She's getting like king size. I'm like, okay, you stepping up. And one day I was over there. She's like, yeah, I'm going to jump in the shower. And she jumped in the shower, and I looked at the table. I was like, yo. It was straight up depression, 2 bottles of depression meds right there. I was like, man, like, are all you women on depression meds? So I can count 1, 2, 3 right now that I have dealt with that have been on depression meds. All of them under the age of 30. So it's like, I think they actually want to be on meds, but you're getting sick because you don't actually need the medicine. What you need to do is, if you're a little bit overweight, if you're a little pudgy, hey, it doesn't matter. Look.
Nobody cares, nigga.
Well, actually, I do. What you need to do is go get in the gym, get them the endorphins, get that blood flowing, feel good about yourself. Size down. You get in that little pink dress that you bought. You've hung it up in your closet. It's been hung up for 10 years ever since you got with this guy. You ain't been able to fit in it.
Nope.
So go in the gym, get that blood flowing. You'll be feeling good about yourself, man. You don't need not everybody needs medicine. They're taking these meds. They don't need them. That's why it's getting worse. I understand where my husband's frustrations come from, but I wish he would give me some grace. Well, I get it. Okay. Well, you want him to give you grace, but you're kind of being selfish, and you're not looking at it from his perspective. You're looking at everything through the horse's eyes, which is yours. You gotta think about your husband, because it's not just you in the marriage. It's actually 2 of you guys, okay? You and him. And actually, if you want to go by the Bible, then you need to put your husband before you. Stop being so selfish, man. Won't you? I guarantee you this girl's not talking to him. That's not what women do. They'll sit around, they'll clam up, they'll start acting all crabby and shit, and they want you to go ahead and figure it out. And you're looking up there like, man, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Nope.
You won't tell me, and they won't tell you in a lot of cases. And when they do tell you, it's going to become a huge, big, super argument over nothing. I wish I didn't wake up tired every day. Well, like I said, you need to get it. I guarantee you this girl's not in the gym. Go in the gym. I don't know, maybe get you a personal trainer. Your husband might not be on the same schedule as you, so you might not be able to work out with you. Shit, he might not even want to work out with you if you're a Debbie Downer.
Nope.
So get yourself a personal trainer and try not to let him clap those cheeks.
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty cheeks.
So don't get a guy personal trainer, but that would be the one thing that would motivate you, a guy personal trainer, because he'd be the one where he give you words of affirmation like, hey, man, you're doing a good job. Hey, girl, you're actually losing weight. Hey, girl, I didn't notice that you look so good in those yoga pants. Now, if a girl told you that, you can be like, whatever. It's just coming from a girl. But when a guy, good, sexy, say like a Giga Chad, if he tells you those words and he's your personal trainer, it's going to give you the motivation to keep getting back in the gym. You just got to stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? You can't let him clap you and fold you up like fresh linen. And the fact that you and your husband, what is it? Yeah, you and your husband are going through this and you're all depressed. This might be the one thing that'll get you out of depression.
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty cheeks.
So I don't see this relationship going good so far. Where am I at? I wish I didn't wake up tired every day. Work has been very exhausting. My coworkers have been complaining to my manager. So now you're letting it bleed down to your work, which is not a good thing. About needing more people. I told him how I feel, but he doesn't understand why I'm so down and why I can't just do things like a normal person. Like I said, look, you're being selfish, man. You're not looking at things through other people's eyes. These are guys. Guys aren't the problem solvers for women anymore. You need to be talking to your women coworkers. This guy's trying to run a business. He got employees he needs to put in place. He needs to get productivity done. He needs you to do your job, like he said, like a normal person. He is not there. He does not come to work to be your boss and to be your problem solver and to be your psychologist. That's what you're not understanding. This stuff is so simple. But if you were to actually talk to your husband, which I guarantee you that you're not,
nope,
maybe these things could get solved. And I'll tell you one thing real quick. Life could be so simple. Relationships could be so simple. But it's these women out here that choose to not make these relationships go by real nice and flow real nice. You can have all the things in the world. You could be rolling in a G-Wagon or you could be rolling in a Grand Cherokee. Pick your choice. Which one you want to get? You could be rolling in an Audi S7 or you could be rolling in an Audi S5. Which one you want to pick? It's up to you. You know where I'm going with this. If you stay with the man, happy wife, happy life.
Nope.
That's not what I'm talking about. It's happy husband. Your ass won't be struggling. This is causing so much strain on my marriage. I feel hurt that he's not being there for me. Man, this girl's a head case, bro. I have a visit with my doc about my meds soon and hope a change there will help. Like I said before, you don't need the meds. The meds are probably messing you up. They're throwing off your, they're throwing off your system. They're probably throwing off your pH balance too. You know, he probably goes in there. He's like, oh.
God.
She's like, why ain't you going down anymore? He's like, man, bro, I can't do it. I cannot do it. And then he don't want to tell you why. Things like that will throw off your pH balance. And the thing, some girls won't even know this. They will, and I'm thinking, how do you not know this? How do you not know when your pH balance is off? It can't just be me that like, whoa, wait, hold on. It can't just be me. You gotta know. This is causing so much strain in my marriage. I feel hurt that he's not being there for me. Okay, she got a visit with her doc, which is not, whatever. You probably should cancel that visit. Does anyone suffering with mental, oh my God, there it is. Does anybody suffering with mental illness have any advice?
Nope.
I already feel pretty bad about myself, and this is making me feel more sad. It's like a never-ending cycle. Breakthrough depression. Okay, whatever. Pretty ridiculous, man. I wasn't even sharing the damn screen. I thought I was. See, I don't have my settings. I wasn't even sharing the screen. I thought I was sharing the screen, but I wasn't. But anyway, that's the email. Yeah, man, that's crazy, dude. Like, you need to get away from the doc, and you need to just get your ass in the gym, like I said, and maybe you'd be okay. I got another email that I want to read, and because I'm doing all this off my phone, since I don't have all my stuff, it's kind of like taking processes. I got to go through processes, and this is one that I definitely want to read, and it definitely has something to do with relationships. You could say that. But it's not the kind of relationship that you think. Now, this one I'm actually going to pop up on the screen right now, okay? So, this is my second email I want to read. I want to get into this because I have a son, and I really love my son. Now, it says, I haven't read this. It says, is it normal for a teen to cuddle with dad? Okay, it says, my 46, okay, he's 46, the dad is 46, the son is 16. My 16-year-old son and I have a good relationship, I'd say. I'm certainly not cool, but we get along fine. About a week ago, I was on the couch watching TV, and he came in and sat down on the couch beside me and laid his head on my shoulder and put his arms around me and basically cuddled me, okay? You know something? I'm not even going to give you. I'm going to give you this. I'll give you that. Because when I read that, just that little bit right there, that's what I wish I had from my dad. That's the things that I wish I could have done with my dad when I was younger. I really, I wanted to look up to him. I wanted to have that good relationship. I wanted him to be the kind of dad that if I had any problems, I felt comfortable enough to go up to him and talk to him about these problems, no matter what it might be, whether it be bullying in school, whether it be something with my schoolwork, whether it be about me trying to join the wrestling team and you actually showing up.
Nope.
But that's the kind of relationship you actually want to have with your son. There's no problems with that. You might think it's weird because all these alternative lifestyles going on out here with Gen Z. Well, I don't think it's weird. And this guy might be, was it Gen Z? He might be Gen Alpha. Gen Z or Gen Alpha, one of them, 16 years old. It said, my wife and I just looked at each other with a puzzled look and shrugged. Okay, so this guy is Gen X. Maybe you're looking all weird because, like I said, it's these alternative things going on out there, and you're not trying to have your son be a part of that, so you're probably watching him with an eagle eye, hoping that he's not going to be a part of these alternative lifestyles. So any subtle motion that he makes, any kind of suggestion that he makes towards any male that you don't deem as masculine, well, you're going to look at it as feminine, and you're going to be watching, and you're going to start thinking inside your head, hey, is he one of them? But that's just how guys think. It's okay to think like that. Okay, the wife looked at them with a puzzled look and shrugged. I wasn't going to complain, though. I hugged him back, and I played with his hair a bit and rubbed his back some. He was shirtless. Whoa! All right. Okay. That threw me off. So your son, I was at a loss for words there. So your son's shirtless. Now, okay, and he's coming in and he hugged up on you. And then you started playing with his hair and rubbing his back while he's shirtless?
Nope.
Okay. That's not something that I would do. It's definitely not something that I would engage in. If my son did that to me, I'd be like, and I'm out of here. Or I'd tell him, hey, man, go put on a shirt. The fuck is wrong with you? We never said anything. After a while, he got up and announced he was going to bed. Now, this would be okay if he had a shirt on, but that whole skin-to-skin contact, I get it. You do it with your baby because a baby needs skin-to-skin contact. But, with my son's 16 years old, the most skin-to-skin contact I need with him is my forearm on his neck. Like, hey, what's up, man? But not you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to have my forearm all on his naked back, like rubbing him and playing with his hair, twisting it. I can't see myself doing that, bro. But to each his own. A few days later, he did it again and cuddled me for a bit and then laid his head in my lap. I see this email's taking a turn. I don't know where this email is going. Again, I played with his hair some. I'm almost afraid to read this. I had my other arm tucked by my side for a while, but that got uncomfortable. So I just rested it on my son's stomach, chest. He was shirtless as usual, laying on his back. You know, this email's really taking, we at the fork in the road right now, and y'all going straight. Y'all just blowing right through the fork in the road right now. So your son is on his back, belly up, soft white underbelly. It is definitely a white couple. I guarantee you. He got his belly up. You know what I'm saying? Like when a dog has his belly up, then he's being exposed to you. He trusts you because he's being exposed. He's being vulnerable to you. I don't know about this one. I asked how school's going. I just got a fairly snappy, everything's fine, Dad. We didn't say anything else. My wife feels like something must be wrong and I should talk to him about what's going on. Yeah, no shit, you should talk to him about what's going on. And I'm talking about him laying his flesh on your flesh and you playing with his hair, and I don't know, man. Y'all not even talking. Y'all not even saying anything. Y'all just caressing in a warm embrace, just laying there. Okay, yeah, so something's definitely wrong. I don't deny wondering if there's something causing this new behavior, but I'm just enjoying it while it lasts, and I don't want to jinx it. Feel like if I question it, he will think it's weird and stop. But I do hope he's okay. Also, my wife thinks I'm being a little too touchy. Yes, I think that too. She said nothing wrong with some hugging and light cuddling, but playing with his hair and rubbing his back and chest is getting a little weird. I'll give it to the wife again. You got to talk to your husband because he might have a demon in him.
Ah! Demon got me.
Husband might have a demon in him. And your damn son also might have a demon in him. So you might want to start asking questions as the wife and see exactly what's going on there. I would not want to be in this situation if I was you, the wife. I was just trying to comfort him, and he doesn't seem to mind, so I think it's fine. I think that's what the husband said. Also, for the record, I didn't feel like I was rubbing his chest. My arm was just kind of resting there. So also finds it a little strange he didn't put on a shirt. Absolutely. Do I let my son be and just enjoy the moment? Ask him what's going on. Is our level of touching appropriate?
Nope.
Let's see what the comments say. Where the comments at? Okay, here are the comments. I think it's a safe space. Oh my God. They up here talking about safe spaces. See, that's the problem, man. I think it's a safe space, and I think it wouldn't change that father-son bond for a moment. Okay, look, I get it. I think that word just triggers me. I get it. It's good for you to be a safe space for your son. I will actually want to be a safe space for my son too. That way that, you know, they can get anything they have on their chest off and tell you the truth about anything. It's just that word triggers me. Absolutely this. Let him lead and enjoy every hair. Oh my God, bro. You see this person don't have a picture, so you might want to check his computer. My dad was like this growing up. Super kind, always hug. Excuse me. I like that. Always hugged me and told me he loved me. Safe space. Okay. Another safe space. Man, I'm a girl, and this made me tear up. Okay, look. I'm going to just say this. I don't agree with this. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I think it's weird, me personally. It's not like I would never do this with my son. I'd be like, yeah, son, I'm thinking about, hey, son, take your shirt off. He'd be like,
Nope.
Why, Dad? I'd be like, son, come here. I just want to cuddle you for a second. My son be like,
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not.
nah, but look, on the real, look, my son is 9 years old. He's about to be 10. And I got this huge couch in my living room. And when I'm on one end, if he's on the other end, he's like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you so far away? He'll just get up. If he's playing Roblox on his phone or whatever, he'll just get up. He'll literally get right behind me or just cuddle up right next to me. But my son will be fully clothed. Or at least he'll have a shirt on and, like, he won't be in his underwear either. You know, that shit don't fly with me. So he'll at least have some shorts on and a shirt on. But sometimes he'll even, like, stick his little feet on me. I'm like, bro, like, I'm fine with that. But if his feet are cold, I'm like, nah, man, get that off of me, bro. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. He's like, I've dealt with that for years. Get those cold feet off of me. But yeah, my son always, like, I could be sitting on one end of the couch, like I got another sofa that's disconnected from my main couch. If I'm over there, sometimes he'll just come and sit on the chair arm, or either find a way in back of me and sitting in back of me. So yeah, it's fine. Your kids always want to cuddle up against you if you guys have that good relationship, and I think that's good. But you guys are taking it way too far. You're taking it way too far, and I think that the wife needs to step in and ask some questions and see what kind of demons you guys got in you. If so, take you to the house of Christ, Jesus Rice, maybe do a little bit of that, get that damn demon out of you and your son. See what's really going on and make sure everything's on the up and up. But with that said, Black Suburban Dad Reviews is out. Peace. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend to like and subscribe. And I'll be back later. Peace.